This time of the year is when I really enjoy fishing.
Well, let's get after them.
Let's do it.
This week on Kentucky Afield, we're getting started on Cave Run Lake, targeting big crappie using a Livescope.
That fish committed and came pretty good ways, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Next, there are turkeys with leg bands roaming the Commonwealth. How those leg bands got there? Well, we're about to show you. Then, one critical step in preparing for turkey season is patterning your shotgun.
All right, bar in a hole.
We're doing that and comparing loads with an expert, Mr. Harold Knight.
Bar in a hole. I see a lot of green.
It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Kentucky Afield. Every week, Kentucky Afield brings you features on hunting and fishing across the state.
That's my pup. I'm proud of him.
Here he comes right there. Let's get ready. Get ready.
Look at that. What a nice fish. Hey, we dug it up right there.
We did.
There he is. Ooh, a nice one too. Boy, he's healthy.
What do we got?
That was awesome. Got the first help.
Got one big smallmouth.
Hey, nice.
Double point. They're in there.
There they go.
Oh my gosh. Woo! Look at that joker. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Whoa, this is a good one.
That's better than good, Chad.
Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. Cave Run Lake in Morehead, Kentucky is well known for its muskie fishing, but don't overlook fishing there for crappie. Today I'm on beautiful Cave Run Lake with an old fishing buddy, Kris Mann. How you doing?
Doing well, Chad.
Good to see you today.
Good to see you as well. Good to be back out.
You've always told me this is one of the lakes that you like to fish the most, and people think of this lake as a muskie lake, right?
Yeah.
It's not one that comes top of mind, people's favorite crappie lake. For a lot of people, you're not going to hear Cave Run, but you've always said it's one of your favorite lakes to fish.
Absolutely. This one flies under the radar. It truly does. It's a great fishery. You'll see today just some of the habitat that we have here is second to none on the lake. And to be honest with you, this time of the year is when I really enjoy fishing.
Well, let's get after them.
Let's do it. That's about a 10-inch crappie right there. We'll see if we can prove this. He may be a little bit bigger.
There you go. That looks like a better fish. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a nice crappie. What do you got there, 11, 12 incher?
You can stick it on the tape measure here and see. I'm gonna say 12 1/4. That's 12 3/4.
That's a good fish.
Any fish. That's a giant there.
You got it.
That's a dandy.
Looks like a really big fish.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
look at that. Now that's the kind of crappie in a tournament that you want right there.
That's your tournament grade fish right there, guys. Pretty belly on her. Starting to get egged up. Look at this, look at across the back, how thick, got big shoulders on her. She's a pretty one.
That's a big crappie anywhere in the state of Kentucky.
That's a quality fish, yeah. What was my prediction, £1.65? Oh, I missed it, £1.74. Get her turned back loose.
Beautiful fish.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good piece of fishing, Chad.
I tell you what, that fish committed and came pretty good ways, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You really had to work him to get him in there. Pretty fish.
It is a pretty fish.
Look at the belly on that.
Look at the belly and the mouth on that crappie. I mean, that's just a quality. That's like a quality like Kentucky Lake crappie, isn't it?
That's a beautiful fish.
I can see why you like coming to Cave Run.
Yeah.
Like I said, that is a really good looking fish. Yeah, you got him too.
Reached out, got him way out there, didn't you, Chad?
Look at that. That's a good fish there. Well, you saw him come up and hit that bait. Now that fish there was setting right on the bottom. Just a beautiful fish. That is so cool watching that happen.
Another quality fish.
Nice crappie. Not quite to the size that your last few, but still we're looking at, you know, That tells you what kind of fish that we're targeting. When you pull up a crappie like that that's probably 12.5 inches and you go, well, it's a little smaller than we've been catching.
Yeah, that's a good day on the water.
That's a pretty good day. Big old eyes sitting right on top of their head. That's why I tell you what, we try to, when you can tell where you're at compared to the lure compared to this fish in the water column, like you don't want to be down here, look where their eyes are at. So I make sure when I'm pulling that bait, I'm trying to keep that bait either mouth and higher up in this angle. You get down here, they just can't see it. That fish would have to turn complete nose down to see that bait. So I try to keep that bait right above it. And Kris has told me today that keeping that bait at a real slow retrieve is a really good way to entice that strike, even in this cold water. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to hold this up, Chad.
Oh no.
Little comparison here.
Yeah,
Those are good table fare. That's a 9 3/4 inch fish.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people like to keep those, and that's the ones I suggest you keep.
Yeah.
And let that big baby go back and produce some more big ones, and that's the way to go.
How often on this Livescope, when you see them hit, do you not feel the bite at all? Do you sometimes set the hook and you're like, I didn't feel that fish, but I just know it hit it based on what I'm looking at on the screen?
Yeah, it can certainly happen. More times than not, when you don't feel the fish hit at all and he has hit, it's because you've got a little bit of slack line somewhere, you know, and you just don't notice it. But there are times when the fish will bite so light, they're such a subtle bite that you won't feel them. I think there are a lot of anglers out here that aren't fishing with forward-facing sonar that are missing a lot of bites, and they never know it. They never know they've had them.
Well, this water temperature too, these fish, I mean, these are crappie are cold water fish. They're not gonna come flying across the water to come eat your lure. You gotta put it right on their face, just like we just saw, because the water temperature, look, it's 39.5 degrees. Don't take too many of those to make a great sandwich, does it?
No, sir. Oh, here comes a big fish.
You got him too.
Now, I never felt that fish bite, Chad. I just saw that he was bound to have overrun the bait by the time, and I just went ahead and set the hook. That one got hooked right where you want him, right in that tough part of the top of the mouth, and he hooked another good quality fish, about a 12, at least a 12-inch fish, maybe 12 and a half. Just a beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish. Oh. Well, that time I just had to kind of be patient as you scanned away and came back to him and wait to see where my lure was. And when it came back and I could see my lure, I happened to be right on it.
You got a good one right there. He's got you.
Oh, lost my hat almost.
Just don't lose the fish. We can go get your hat. What a pretty fish.
Beautiful fish.
Good job, Chad.
Beginning of February, eastern Kentucky, catching beautiful crappie like this. You know, and people, for whatever reason, I still have a ton of friends. When I tell them I'm going to the lake tomorrow, they're like, you're crazy. And I can sit here in this beautiful scenery with a light jacket on, catching crappie like this, and think if you're not doing this, you may be the one that's crazy. Beautiful. I know you've talked about big crappie here at Cave Run Lake, but you know what? Seeing is believing, and I have seen a bunch of them today.
We've had a good day, blessed day, and plenty of big fish in this area, you know, just moved around a little bit, and a lot of people overlook this winter bite, and I suggest they get out here and weather these cold fronts and see if they can get on them.
Thank you so much for bringing us out and showing us how to do this.
Thanks for coming, I appreciate it, Chad.
Great time. Many waterfowl hunters across the state of Kentucky have taken banded birds, but now this season there's an opportunity to take banded turkeys as well.
I got you.
Zach, we're actually doing something pretty unique. We're going to use
several rockets in a net to catch turkeys.
Yep.
What in the world would we want to do that for?
Right, for research.
Yeah.
This is research designed specifically to make sure our hunting regulations are where they should be for sustainability of the turkey population for hunters.
Hopefully 10, 15 gobblers will come in here on the bait site. May take hours. This is a waiting game, right?
Right.
But once you shoot the net and you catch these turkeys, you're gonna run out, and then what are we gonna do to allow us to gather data?
We're gonna put leg bands. The leg bands are on the birds. The birds are subject to harvest here in a couple months.
Okay.
Hunter shoots the bird, he reports it to us. This is just one sample of birds here, but we're doing this all across the state. So
You're hoping to
collectively,
ban 300, right?
yeah, that's our goal.
But you're
So that's-
specifically trying to get male birds, right?
In this case, males, yeah, because we're trying to estimate spring harvest rate. That's what we're after. So bearded hens, yeah, we would ban those too.
Okay.
We've caught a few at this site already, so if we could get another handful, that'd be great. We've got many other sites spread out. That's part of the study, is to be representative of the whole state. So
Okay.
from Western Kentucky to Eastern Kentucky, and us in between here, we've got multiple sites in each region, so we can spread things out a little bit.
This is gonna be really cool to watch.
Yeah, it's a rodeo.
Sure. All right, well, I guess it's about time for us to get back into our locations and get ready to go.
All right, good deal.
Check, check.
Well, we've got all of our rockets set up. We've got our bait site set. We've tested everything. We should be good to go. Now it's just a waiting game. We've got big expectations of getting a good group of gobblers caught in the net. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. But when it happens and that boom takes place and that net goes out, it's going to be a mad dash from everybody around to get out there and to try to hold these turkeys down, get them secured, get them banded, and get them released back in the wild. Yeah, here we go. Our first turkey. I can't tell if it's a gobbler or not. It's got a beard. Well, the turkey that came in has now made its way off all the way far into the field. It didn't come to the bait, but that's okay. We need more birds to come to trigger the rockets anyway, so hopefully we get another flock of more birds that come in and make their way right there to the bait pile. It's still early, barely after 9. Well, our turkeys didn't get the message. They haven't showed up yet. We've been here for several hours. It's actually warmed up. Went from about 10 degrees to it's in the 30s now. It feels pretty good. Some cattle are moving around. Birds are flying. Just not turkeys. We got turkeys on both sides. Oh my goodness. Man, we still got 6 or 7 turkeys on the back side. Here they come. Are they gonna come in or no? Now these are all male turkeys, but some of them have got really short beards. We're gonna have a chance of catching 12 to 14 all in one shot. It's gonna be insane. Come on, turkeys. Let's go, let's go.
Oh my goodness, all in the last minute. We sat there for 8 hours, 10 hours. All right, blindfolds on all the heads we can. I think we got 11 male turkeys on the ground right now, getting these little socks on their heads, trying to settle them as best we can, and it's time to start the workup process.
It just calms them down, keeps them from freaking out so bad.
We know that they're male birds unless they're bearded hens, so they're all male birds.
Adults. I thought I saw a Jacob here.
There's a couple of Jacobs in there.
Do you know which one you're
2161.
Both legs within here.
He's got 2160.
Oh, he's got 2160. All right.
So you got the number, everything recorded with
2161 Jake, right?
Everything's good on that one.
We're actually doing this study in conjunction with Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, and Tennessee Tech University. And what we're trying to do is estimate harvest rates of male turkeys.
Okay.
Band number 1055.
1055.
We know from telecheck how many legally hunters harvest. What does that mean? So this is kind of a percentage thing. Plus, we'll be able to look at survival of the birds.
Got him, so I'm taking his. Hold on to him a little longer.
The only way you can do that effectively is you have to disperse the number of birds you're taking across the state, because certain areas have higher hunting pressure and higher population of birds.
Different habitats, different landscapes. Kentucky's very diverse east to west. So we're doing it across the state.
Both public and private lands?
Yep, for sure.
Okay. Today we're on a private land property.
Yep.
But you also had some people today at Clay WMA, right?
That's right, yep. They caught 5 birds right before we did these. So
Okay. How many years is this project going to go on?
it's a 4-year project. This is the first one.
You can just set him down. Don't keep hanging on to him. Well, you told me to hold on him longer a while ago.
I noticed some of these are, silver and some of them are green. Tell me about the green ones.
Yeah, every 4th one is green. They are reward bands.
Oh, okay.
Purpose of the reward bands is to help us estimate harvest rate of the non-reward bands.
Gotcha.
They've done this type of work a long time in waterfowl world.
Some type of financial or prize award if whoever turns in one of these.
$75, yeah. And
$75,
we've got some really good cooperation there. We have the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Foundation.
Okay.
Would be contacting the hunters, and the funds for that are donated by the Kentucky chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Okay.
So multiple partners helping out.
So hey, if you're out and hunting and you come across a turkey that's got a band on it like this, make sure you report it. Get all the information back to the agency, but the turkey is theirs to keep, the band is theirs to keep, and hey,
Absolutely.
I've never killed a banded turkey, have you?
Nope. There's not been many banded birds since George Wright years and years ago when turkeys were still being restored.
And if you're lucky enough to get a green one, then there's actually a financial incentive as well.
That's right.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Are you looking for more knockdown power out of your turkey gun? Well, now you have many options. Well, Harold, turkey season is right around the corner.
That's right here on us, brother.
The crazy thing about turkey hunting is it's changing every year, and it's changing fast. To keep up with all the new trends, you really got to spend a little time.
You do, and I try to read up on it and keep up with it, and I tell you what, it's a full-time job to do that now.
Absolutely. We had you on a call-in show about 4 years ago, and you said something that at the time I remember thinking, that's pretty radical, and that was you were going to turkey hunt that year with a tungsten load shooting 9-shot.
That's correct, and I was amazed the difference between it and lead. And you got so many more shot, several hundred more.
Yeah.
And it is unreal what it'll do.
More energy downrange. So if you can sight your gun in a way that you can take a bird at 50, 60 yards, and they build choke tubes now specifically for a particular type of ammunition and show you exactly how it should pattern.
Seems like every year somebody's coming out with new chokes.
You said you're hunting with a 20 gauge this year. 12 gauge has been the standard.
You're right, I'm shooting a 20 gauge now over a 12.
Predominantly because of tungsten ammo.
It's been a game changer, these tungsten shells and dot scopes and things, it really has.
Well, I happen to have bought a new 20 gauge this year, and I bought a gun that I plan on using in the field for a whole range of outdoor recreation, from sporting clays to dove to rabbit to turkey. And I never thought I'd be making a transition to a 20 gauge. But let's gather up some ammo, and we came down here to talk turkey. We're also going to shoot some guns and pattern our turkey guns for this year. I want to learn a few things from you, and hopefully when I leave today, I feel confident that my gun is ready to go.
Good deal. All right, let's give it a shot right here and see where we're at.
So we want to fine tune it with the ammo you're going to shoot, but get on the paper and make sure you're getting close with your less expensive load.
That's right. Fire in the hole.
I see a lot of green.
Not bad, it's close.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get it, we're gonna bring it back, and we're gonna look and see where we're at.
All right.
Let's put another target out while we're there. You know, I can see it's a pretty good pattern, looks like. He's a dead turkey. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the spine and head there. But it looks like to me, the pattern still is just a teeny bit low. And I think it might be just to the left just a little. We need to make just a little adjustment and shoot another shell. I'm gonna shoot a TSS this time.
Okay.
It's a tungsten shell, so you got a few more shots.
A few more shots.
Yeah, and I've adjusted my gun, so let's see what he does.
All right.
All right, bar in the hole. All right, let's go see where we're at. That's what I'm looking for. I want you to look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 in the red kill, not counting the other kills.
I believe that gun's ready to hunt.
That gun is ready. All right, let's try a long beard. Number 5 shot.
We'll show the exact same gun, same choke tube, with a lead shot, Longbeard XR.
Which is a great shell.
It's a great round. Let's just see what the difference is.
All right, let's see what this long beard will do.
All right.
The wind blew it down there, walking up here, but that's a dead turkey. You can see we've got the gun right. Look at the pattern there.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. But,
I'm impressed with that.
but the difference is the amount of holes in there. These are 5 shot, a lot bigger shot, but they weigh the same. So the amount of energy that you've got here, not near as much as the tungsten shot that you put on there before.
I recommend that we bring this in to about 35 yards and shoot your gun and shoot with a regular shell and see where the pattern is.
All right, let's do that. I've never shot this gun through this turkey choke tube, so what we're gonna do is use this bigger target, and we're gonna see exactly where this thing is hitting. All right, fire in the hole.
You hit the bullseye, look here. That's as center as you can put one in that.
That's pretty lucky. Overall, I've got some shot above and below, but the majority of the shots are below it. It looks like it's a little bit low.
Let's put another target up and shoot a tungsten.
Okay.
Ooh-wee. What are you talking about?
I believe we're in good shape.
I believe you're in great shape.
If you look at the number of kill shots,
look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, Harold, now this is the setup I've been using for quite a few years turkey hunting. All right, I got it. So this is my Winchester Super X2. This is really a duck gun, but I've got a turkey choke tube in it, and this is shooting Winchester Longbeards. So 3.5 inch 5 shot. A lot more recoil, a lot more gun to haul around, but let's see what this does and then compare this to the 20 gauge TSS.
All right, if you've already killed turkeys this gun, so evidently it's
Should be on.
some.
Should be on,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Right. Very good.
This is a very good pattern. I mean, it's all pretty tight. This is the same distance, 20 gauge TSS with a True Lock choke tube. And this is the same gun. I've had a lot of luck with hunting over the years. I believe I'm gonna start hauling less gun.
Case closed, my friend, there's the difference.
Well, Harold, I can't tell how much I appreciate you letting us come out here and shoot our guns today. I think we're both ready to hit the woods.
You know where your gun shoots now, Chad?
Yes, sir.
And you know, it's very, very important for a turkey hunter to shoot his gun before he goes turkey hunting.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I can only learn a few things about calling turkeys, maybe I'll fill my tags this year.
Oh, I bet you can call a turkey.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having us down.
Yes, sir. Thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Here we have Cindy Terrell with a nice smallmouth bass she caught while fishing in Floyd's Fork Creek. Congratulations. Here we have Zoe Smith with a nice turkey that she took in Hart County, Kentucky. Congratulations. Check out this beautiful smallmouth bass that was caught by Travis Smith on Lake Cumberland. This fish was caught on a Spro rock crawler. Nice job. These three know how to spend a good day together. That is crappie fishing at their local lake. Here we have Robert Sr., Robert Jr., and Chrissy Watkins. Nice job. April is a great month to be outdoors here in the state of Kentucky. Whether you're turkey hunting, fishing, or looking for antler sheds, there are so many opportunities. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.